Hey everybody, welcome to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, the show about anything and everything because it's our show. I'm here with Juan.
Hey, motherfuckers.
All right, that's how we start this season. And Jay.
Hello, mother effing people out there.
And I'm Sean. Hello, mother lovers across the land. And this is our theme music. Oh, yes. Okay. That's still a thing. All right. Well, good to know. Good to know. Juan, thank you very much. All right, everybody. Welcome back to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying. We did it, gentlemen. We're actually in season 5, episode 1. Episode 1 of season 5. We did it.
Temporada quinta.
By using the Netflix model of episodes, we managed to make 5 seasons in 1 year. I think that's a record. I think it's
Are we catching up to Downton Abbey?
I think so. Juan, would you happen to know how many seasons there are in Downton Abbey? 20 seasons. Well,
20 seasons of Downton Abbey?
Yes.
Well, shit, man. It's if we do,
I haven't seen any of them.
What have you seen? I don't actually think you watch anything, if I'm being honest.
I'm practically caught up on Dexter, New Blood.
Oh, good for you.
Great.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. And you know what? I also made a promise that I will watch The Matrix Resurrection before Cantley does, so I can ruin it for him.
It's called Resurrection, not Raise Erection. That's probably that's Ghostbusters 3 or 4.
That's the next movie, The Matrix Raising Erections.
Listen, in all honesty, ever since they announced that this movie was happening, one of us has had an erection for it. And I don't want to put that person on blast, so let's just call him S. Cantley. No way, that's too obvious. Let's call him Sean C. That'll protect him a little bit.
So you've seen this said erection from S. Cantley?
No, I have not. But thank you for.
Wait, dude, wait. You watched Shang-Chi and you saw his erection?
How many erections have you seen in the last year?
Would you call yourself an erection expert?
Yes, I would, because I have one.
Oh,
right now?
You have an erection right now? Is that what you use to put on the dick doc? Is that what it's called, Jay? The dick doc?
I don't go to those nasty sites.
Oh, well, shit, man. Well, look at this. Already off the rails. Juan, thank you very much. Already off the rails.
You are welcome. I had to start with a bang, and bang you very much.
Okay. All right, sure. So anyway.
Juan's a happy boy today.
Hey, we saw an erection today, and now he's a happy boy. So yes, we made it into season 5. Well, congratulations, gentlemen. Pat yourselves in the back. If we end this year at the same pace, by this time next year, we'll have 100 episodes in the bank. We're actually at episode number 52, if I believe.
Oh my God.
Yeah, episode 52. We ended the last season at 49. And we're at 52 now. This makes the 52nd episode.
That's fantastic. We just need listeners.
Yeah, yeah. So you know what? That's a great segue, Jay. Thank you. Because yes, you're right. We just need listeners. So if you're listening to this, remember we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at INCYCSHOW. Tell people about us. That's how we find more people who will enjoy listening to us. So before we get into today's episode, we usually do a little bit of a catch up. It's been, I want to say, almost 8 weeks now since we have all gotten together. That's not true. Maybe like 4 weeks since we gotten together. Because if you're keeping up, we did a review of, oh my God,
Ghostbusters Afterlife. You dumb motherfucker.
Thanks, Juan.
You are very welcome, sir. Thank you.
Yes. So it's been a bit since we've been all together. The last thing we did together was a review of Ghostbusters Afterlife. So it's been a little bit of time. So Juan, how are you doing?
I am doing fan-freaking-tastic. Thank you for asking. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. It sounds like you've been really nurturing your ligma condition, looking at erections and all that fun stuff.
Yes, because I ran out of both of these pills. So I'm glad that 5 seasons into the show, we still have the same stupid effing joke.
Well, you're the one that led with looking at erections, so it is what it is.
You're the one that led me down that pathway. Next time, don't.
You're right. I did lead you to a dick in your mouth.
Stop leading them down the path to erections.
Well, Jay, as a person who's not leading people down the path of erections, how have you been, man? How has the time off been treating you?
That's good, dude. I've been watching Hawkeye.
Yes. You like it so far?
It's great. It's gritty like the comic book.
I didn't read this comic book, but I hear that there's a lot of stuff inspired by the comic happening in the show.
Yeah, the tracksuit mafia guys are in the comic, the one-eyed dog or pizza dog.
I'm sorry. There's a mafia called the Tracksuit Mafia.
Yeah. Yeah, that's their actual name in the show, and I'm not exaggerating when I tell you this, that they look like spawned video game bad guys outside of stuff.
Yeah, like NPCs from like a Grand Theft Auto.
That's exactly what they look like. It's like you're not supposed to go in that territory yet because you haven't unlocked that part of the map.
Yeah, and they speak with like stock dialogue, like, "Hey, bro, let's get the guy."
Yeah. Somebody didn't put a lot of energy into their script.
Yeah, I mean, they're funny, but I mean, they're not the best part of this show.
Yeah, I actually surprisingly like Haley Steinfeld a lot more than I thought I would. I'm a little more concerned about Hawkeye, like his mental health, than I was before. And I mean, but the show itself is fun. It's fun. It's a little mystery series.
Yeah, Hawkeye, like he's gone through some shit.
Yeah, he is like, I feel like he's like a cold mother effer somewhere in there, and he just turned it off. He was like, I don't want to kill people no more. Okay.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Like the blip just changed him, and then they came back, and he's like, well, I should go back to my family.
Yeah, I should stop being a cold-blooded murderer. Yeah, let's stop doing that. It's insane. But yeah, the Hawkeye series is very, very fun. And Juan, it sounds Juan is watching Dexter. You're catching up on Dexter?
Oh, yeah. I just need to catch up to the last episode that aired this past Sunday. But I'm digging it. I'm happy he's back. I kind of wish that the books will continue, but we all know that can't happen.
You know, I've also been watching Dexter, and I actually like it a lot more than I thought I was gonna like it. You know, like the way that the series ended, I thought it was just so dumb. And then they picked up right where he left off, and I was a little skeptical, but it's intriguing. It's really intriguing.
I was reading an article about the explanations of his visions or hallucinations and what they actually mean, and essentially the way they were explaining it, it's just the inner struggle in his own mind and how he materializes it. So I found that a lot interesting, because I used to see Harry's visions or hallucinations as the way the show originally depicted the Dark Passenger. Because in the books, the Dark Passenger is very much a character or a part of the character of him, and I think it would have been too supernatural to depict that in the TV show. So what do? They have him see visions of Harry.
I think we should table all this because it sounds like we have a lot to talk about Dexter. So we'll come back and do a review at the end of the season. I think it's like 4 more episodes in?
Yeah,
It's only a 10-episode season, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so we have like 4 episodes left.
Yep.
Nice. So to move on to our next topic. Now Jay brought up he wanted to talk about Kyle Rittenhouse. Now, in full disclosure, I don't follow any of the news. I don't watch any news unless it impacts the thing I am super passionate about, which is tech. So when Jay sent me this article to review, the video to watch, I was surprised, and I realized that I had seen memes about it, but I had thought the memes had referred to Fortnite, which
What the fuck is wrong with you? How did that?
Well, okay. So first of all, and I'll throw it to Jay so that he can kind of explain the Kyle Rittenhouse situation, and then I will explain why I thought stupidly that these memes referred to Fortnite. But Jay, go ahead.
Well, I mean, the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict just was announced about a couple weeks ago, and he was found not guilty for killing two white males and injuring a third person during a Black Lives Matter protest in Kenosha, Washington. After the events of I forget his name, he got shot in the back 6 times by police. and then there was a Black Lives Matter protest, and he came armed with a semi-automatic rifle, I think.
Yeah.
He was dropped off by his parents from Illinois, and he was there to assist with the riots. And from my understanding, he was attacked and chased, and someone lunged at his gun. He shot that person, and someone hit him with a skateboard, and I believe she shot a couple rounds, and it injured someone, and I think he shot another person.
Yeah,
and then
yeah. That's essentially, if I remember the series of events correctly. Yes, that's essentially what happened. So he went out to help defend against the riots, and then he packed like armed to the teeth, with a semi-automatic rifle, and then he starts to get attacked. He runs away. He shoots a guy, and then that guy doesn't get back up, and the crowd it ensues even more madness from the crowd. So then he begins to run away. He falls over, and then he shoots two more people as he's fallen over. One of the first guy he shot dies. The second guy he shot died, and the other guy was injured. So he then, as the police are coming into the city, and he, with the assault rifle, draped down around himself, and he's in the lights of the police with his hands up. What looks like he's trying to hey, I did some shit, take me away, and the police completely bypass him.
Yes,
they completely bypass him, and they run to the city.
He was able to go back home, and then he turned himself into the police, I think, at his his hometown.
The story said that they submitted a warrant for his arrest, and then he turned himself in the very next day.
Yes.
Yeah, and there was so much controversy when that happened. There was it was during the pandemic, and there was a lot of protesting going on because of the shooting from the police. The Milwaukee Bucks, they refused to play in an NBA game in protest for the shooting, and then all the NBA players also protested and decided not to play in protest for the shooting. And Kyle Rittenhouse at the time was 17 years old. He's a 17-year-old white male, came to Kenosha, Washington with his rifle. And the thing is, people were like, well, if he'd been a black male, he'd have been shot.
Yes, because I believe the timing of this is right after George Floyd, so they were still kind of right. Am I right on the timing, Jay? Yeah. So the timing was George Floyd, then this guy, and so it's here's a guy who was doing absolutely nothing. He was following orders, and then here's a guy who is in Middle America, white male, assault rifle. He throwing his hands up in front of the police, take me away, and they go right past him.
Well, I don't think he was putting his hands up in the air to say, take me away. I think the hands up in the air was to show that his hands weren't on his weapon, so he wouldn't get shot accidentally.
I think he admitted that he shot someone to the police, and they didn't. They didn't say anything.
I can't recall the audio. Yeah, because again, so I talked to Juan a little bit about this off air, but now, yes, he is a white kid, but I don't know the gun rules, what the gun rules are in the state he was in. But is it? Do either one of you know if it's normal for them to just carry assault rifles like that around, in that part of the country?
I don't know, but I mean, he got off on the plea for self-defense. The people that he shot, they attempted to kill him or hurt him.
This happened where again? In Minnesota or
Kenosha, Washington? Kenosha, Milwaukee.
So, okay. So Kyle turns himself in, right? And a year later, 18 years old, right? In court, and he is found innocent, right? Which creates an uproar because there is a split and a divide. And so I'm going to ask, do you guys believe that he should have been found guilty, or do you think that the vote of innocence is deserved?
I'll let Jay answer first.
I mean, if you want me to answer first, I'll answer first and I will tell you right now that I'm going to toe the line on it because I think that he should be held accountable for his actions. But I also, based on what I saw, based on what I saw and how I interpreted it, because what I saw was a kid go out there and try and do what I think he thought was the right thing for like the city he was trying to defend, and then got in over his head.
No, but I need an answer to this question. He's trying to defend a city he doesn't live in. So how far away, maybe Jay knows this answer, and if not, I'll look it up right now. How far away is the fucking city that this shit happened to where he lives? And why did he go to it? Did he go to it looking for fucking trouble and found it and didn't know how to react, and that's how he accidentally shot 2 people? Or does he have ties to the city that this shit happened in?
I don't know. I think he was just a kid that who felt like he was doing the right thing by helping out and assisting law enforcement.
Yeah, I agree. I think he went out there thinking he was doing the right thing. Like, it doesn't matter how far away he came from, because if a police rolls by, and he's not police, but if someone rolls by who's willing to help you in the middle of a crisis, are you going to turn them away because they're not from your city? Like, if you admitted on the show, Juan, that you had a pop tire in Angels Crest Highway, right?
Yes.
And if a stranger comes up and you ask them what city they're from and they're not from the city you're from, are you going to turn them away?
No, that's completely different because they're driving past Angels Crest Highway.
Well, but my point is that
this motherfucker was in the comfort of his home. He knew that there were race riots happening, and he decides to enact martial law and go to...
He himself called martial law.
Well, I mean, here's the situation. He
turned into peacemaker.
If we were like freezing in the tundra and he came over with like a flamethrower, like that's
yeah. He's like, I thought I was heating him up, but he melted us.
Yeah, I thought I was helping out. I mean, he's only 17 years old. I mean, yeah, he's 17 years old with an assault rifle.
Again, and that's why I ask about the gun laws where he's from, because like in LA, that I mean, if you have a gun in LA and it's out like that, they're going to call the police and you will be arrested. But so with that said, I'm going to toe the line. I think he should be held accountable for his actions. Do I think that him trying to go out there and help, because what I see when I heard this story is that I see a kid who thought he was out there doing the right thing. He got in over his head. And then he reacted, made some bad choices, hurt some people, maybe didn't mean to hurt them, which is why I think when he went back over to the police, it's like his hands are up. Maybe that's a universal gesture of like, well, look, my hands are on my weapon. Hey, police, whatever. And I think, yeah, maybe him being a white male in, Milwaukee helped the police not pay any attention to him, because they did have a riot happening not that much further down. So then I ask you,
it's only 29 minutes away.
Thank you, Juan.
No, I think that plays a part in my thinking, because
explain the distance.
Explain. Yeah, can you? Yeah.
Because the way I saw it and thought about it is, I thought this mother effer traveled by hours to go shoot people.
Well, first of all, his parents dropped him off.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing. It was so matter of fact, Jay. His parents dropped him off. Well, his parents had an hour drive because they dropped him off, and they drove there and they drove back home, and then they heard about their son on the news that night. Well, they must have picked him up because he got home. He got home.
Now, so what did they interview the parents? What were the parents' thoughts on what their son did?
I don't know. I didn't see any interviews with the parents. The whole thing is the trial, and
yeah. So Juan, I mean, you obviously feel very strongly about the fact that he was 29 minutes away. But I just mean, so do you think that he was a scared kid trying to do the right thing, or do you think that he was a kid with an assault rifle who went out to go make trouble?
Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I I don't know enough about this, and I know that there's a lot of controversy behind it.
Well, the controversy one is that he is a white male who was passed by the police in the same time that George Floyd was killed. The other piece of controversy, Juan, is that he killed people who were out trying to during a Black Lives Matter protest. So, and he killed people, and he was found innocent of the charges brought up against him. One of them being manslaughter, right? Found innocent, but he did kill people. So that for the victims' families, I mean that is in itself the idea of I can see the idea of the injustice there. So
well, I mean this whole trial is a political trial. You know, it's a very
yes.
It would have been worse if he killed 2 black people, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or 2 people of color. You know, it would have been worse if he was found not guilty for killing 2 people of color, but he killed 2 white people. And in his defense, they threw in that one of the person that he shot and killed was a convicted pedophile. You know, so
So he dextered one of these people. So look, so Jay, I guess that I'll ask you. So do you think that he should be held accountable for those actions, despite the fact that one of them was a pedophile?
I mean, from what I saw, I feel like he acted in self-defense. You know, like they did lunge at his gun. They try to attack him, and he shot, thinking that his life was in danger. You know, I don't think that he was trying to kill anybody. I think he was just trying to fend people off, and the end result, you know, ended in you know, someone's death. You know, and I also saw a video that if like the other person who attacked Rittenhouse, if he had fired a weapon and killed Kyle Rittenhouse, he probably would have also gotten away with a self-defense. You know.
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I see both sides of it. I see the injustice for the families involved because Kyle did kill people, but I also see. From what I saw, my interpretation of it, he was a scared kid out there thinking he was out there doing the right thing, and he got in over his head, and you know, and then he tried to give himself up, and the police didn't take him, and he went home. He went home, and he probably was like, I should probably go turn myself in, and they put a warrant out for his arrest the very next day. Granted, you know, who's to say? I think we end up playing a little bit of Minority Report because. You know, who's to say that if he were a black male with an assault rifle, that he even would have made it that far, that he wouldn't have been stopped earlier? You know, who's to say? Who's to say? You know, but I think we play a little bit of Minority Report with that.
Well, I mean, it's whatever's portrayed in the media. You know, like I mean, after that incident, there was another incident where this crazed gunman went into a bunch of like nail salons and he shot a bunch of like Asian manicurists. And
yeah, that's it's I told Juan about this earlier, that this incident reminds me of like the LA riots, where like there were people out there trying to defend their businesses and lots of people got hurt and lots of people got injured, and maybe there was gun violence out there, but it seemed like the spirit of it was to be helpful in some way, although it was destructive in nature, you know, but you know, it's neither here nor there. Onto a slightly lighter topic, but still politically charged. Now, I'm probably going to butcher this guy's name, but his name is Kyrie Irving?
Yeah, Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. Now, he is an NBA player for the New Jersey Nicholas.
I'm sorry, the Brooklyn Nets.
The Brooklyn Nets. Thank you, Jay. And he hasn't played a game since the season started, which is, as Jay told me, is in October, right? He hasn't played a game because he does not want to get vaccinated. Is that correct?
That is correct. New York has regulations, and he won't be able to play unless he gets vaccinated. And he's in protest against that, and he hasn't played a game since. And he's losing millions of dollars.
Okay, so that was my next question. So is Kyrie Irving been removed from the team? And can he play in other cities? So if the Brooklyn Nets go to LA, can he play in LA?
No. He has not practiced with the team. He's not played with the team until he gets vaccinated.
So the team. So it sounds like the team hasn't let him go. Like they just,
he's a staple. He's one of their best players. Like who's to say? He's gonna change his mind once he goes to another team and then plays for them, and then they're out a good 20 to 30 point scorer.
Now you have to forgive me, Jay, because I don't follow any sports whatsoever. So this guy Kyrie Irving is a complete enigma to me. So if I were to
a little backstory on Kyrie Irving, he's very outspoken. He's very political. He was outspoken about the Black Lives Matters movement during the pandemic, and he's a flat earther.
Pro or against it?
He's a flat earther.
Is he a flat earther? Really?
Yeah, he is a flat earther.
That is insane.
He is pro Black Lives Matter since he's a black male.
Well, no. I was asking that question because it's a strange world we live in. Just because you're black doesn't mean you're.
You think he's Clayton Bixby? Is that what you think?
No, fuck off. It was a genuine question.
I know it's a genuine question, but it's just you think he's Clayton Bixby. Okay, so he and it sounds like he's a pretty well-known figure. That's what it sounds like.
Is this an NBA rule or a team rule?
It's a state of New York rule.
Yeah.
So he can technically play in any game that is in the state of New York.
Well, they won't let him practice unless he gets vaccinated. So you don't practice with a team, you don't play.
Yeah, and so I saw a video from the one that Jay sent. I saw the video, and he was saying, I thought it was a choice. I thought it was my choice to choose whether or not I wanted to get vaccinated. And he wasn't specifically being anti-vax. It was just more around the idea that this is a choice, and I am not being allowed. I'm being allowed to make that choice. However, I'm suffering consequences of that choice. So, which is, like Jay said, he's losing money because he's not able to play, but he hasn't been cut from the team. So I wonder if they still pay him some sort of salary.
Yeah, I mean he gets a salary, but I don't think he's going to get his full salary for not playing.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think that they'll cut him at some point?
The
organization will have to cut him at some point because, like right now with the insurance agencies, which is because of the vaccine is out there and it is free. If you choose not to take the vaccine and you are hospitalized for COVID, symptoms and you didn't take the vaccine, then the insurance companies are not covering some of those hospitalizations because you could have gotten vaccinated.
Well, I think he runs into there's a good portion of people out there that refuse to get vaccinated because they feel it is a choice, it shouldn't be mandated where they're forced to get a vaccination and if they don't, they either lose out on their jobs or
Well, the thing I see the thing here, but it's funny because so later in that same video, Jay, that you sent. They actually interview Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yep.
And he talks about how, in order to go to public school, you have to be vaccinated. And those are, you can't enter the school. Well, you can enter the school, but they won't allow you to get an education there, a free public education, unless you are, you do your TB shot, you do your tuberculosis and TB, same thing. But that you've been vaccinated for polio and chickenpox and measles and all that fun stuff. So, having mandated vaccinations for people is not a new concept. However, because of the expediency in which this vaccine was created, I don't know. I mean, other than it not being a choice, it didn't really go into why, like any other detailed reasons. But I mean, so Kareem Abdul-Jabbar goes, I don't understand what the issue is.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make sense to like people who've been vaccinated. Like I've been vaccinated. I don't understand why he just doesn't get the shot. But I mean, people have their opinion and they have their stance on certain things.
Yeah.
And, they just don't want to deviate from that.
So do you think so? Later in the same interview with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they bring up LeBron James and how LeBron James is vaccinated, his family's vaccinated. However, he chooses not to take a stance publicly because he does have a wide platform. I don't know if this Kyrie Irving's platform is as wide as LeBron's platform, but the reporter talking to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar says, he has this platform. Should LeBron use this platform to kind of say, hey, everybody, just go ahead and get vaccinated? Do you think celebrities like Kyrie Irving, like LeBron James, have an obligation to kind of petition either one way or the other, or should they take the stance of like Switzerland, kind of like LeBron has, which is I'm going to do whatever's right for my family, and you guys got to do whatever you want, but I'm not using my platform to push anything.
Well, I mean, think it's tough to be in that spotlight and choose whether to take a stance on something or not. I mean, people gave Michael Jordan the same type of criticism for not taking a stance on like racial injustice and racial inequality. Like Michael Jordan's his whole career was focused on his merchandising and his brand and you know the money that he was going to make, which is fine. That he's a multi-billionaire to this day,
he is.
And nobody looks at him any less for not taking a stand back. Back when he had a more popular platform.
Yeah, and Juan, you were going to say something before I go on.
I think if they have that platform, it's their right to use it however they want. However,
I mean, do you think that celebrities are obligated to use their platform to push political agendas or push agendas in general? I mean, leaving the politics of the vaccinated piece out of it, do you think that, someone who has a reach like Kyrie Irving, like LeBron James, is obligated to use said reach to influence people?
You know what? They have no obligation whatsoever, but I think it is expected because celebrities.
Okay. So then
celebrities are influencers, and that's why.
So that's why they put Nikes on their feet. That's why they put Adidas on their jerseys, so that people will buy Nikes and Adidas. And do you think that if they paid LeBron James or Kyrie Irving $19 million, whatever those contracts are, to push the vaccine, that they would push it?
Yes, of course. I mean, look. In my honest opinion, I don't think that celebrities should take a public platform like that. Because a lot of them are not expertises in the things that they're supposed to talk about. Like,
you think LeBron James is an expert in shoemaking?
No, I mean he's not. He's an ad. He's the face for an ad. But I mean, I don't want to hear what he has to say on like whether or not someone should be vaccinated or what the vaccine is made of. Like I know he doesn't know. He might research it, but I wouldn't like take his word on it. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I like you, Jay. I mean, if I believe that if they paid any one of these celebrities like any amount of money to endorse it, I think, you'd see him out there and like endorsing it. But I also, I trust LeBron James to tell me that he has a comfortable basketball shoe because he's probably running around in it all fucking day.
Yeah.
I don't trust him to explain to me the science of the Moderna vaccine that he learned from a Business Wars short one.
And honestly, if he was pushing the vaccine, I would be skeptical of the vaccine because I feel like it's like something a corporation made, like
yes, because then it's like, oh, the media is really trying to get you to feed into this whole deal, which is nuts. I don't know. I think that Kyrie Irving, I think if he wants to continue in his profession, I think he has to make a choice, which is to get vaccinated. But the fact that you tell me he's a flat earther gives me more pause on whether or not he is in the right state of mind to do anything. But
if this puts anything in perspective, Sean, he's also Uncle Drew.
Wait, what?
What's that? What do you mean?
He's Uncle Drew. That's who Kyrie Irving is.
Who's Uncle Drew?
He was in that movie, Uncle Drew.
Yeah, it's a movie where this is like really old dudes like good at basketball, and it's Uncle Drew.
Yeah, that's Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, they
Sean.
put him in makeup and everything. That is great. Well, there it is. Thank you. He's a flat earther. He's also Uncle Drew, and he chooses not to get the vaccine.
Yeah, him and Shaq got in that fight in the Uncle Drew movie.
Oh my god. That is great. That's like when have you seen Like Mike?
No, I haven't seen Like Mike.
Is that the one where the kid finds the tennis shoes?
Yeah, it's Jonathan Lipnicki and Bow Wow, and they're capitalizing on both of them being young men and Bow Wow liking basketball. So it's just a terrible movie about shoes. But so is Holes, and Holes is great. But anyway, I digress. So the last thing I want to talk to you guys about tonight was what I thought was an Onion article, because I couldn't believe the sheer number of tornadoes that had hit this poor town. And it's not funny. It's an absolute travesty. But and I'm going to butcher the town, but it was in Kentucky. But there's 22 tornadoes. 22 tornadoes, Jay.
Yeah, a gang of them.
Like a whole bunch of tornadoes hit this town. Now, that's insane. That's insane. And I didn't realize what was like. I thought it was a joke until like I listened to the rest of the article about how like this town was just devastated. And now, where is this place again, Jay?
Mayfield, Kentucky.
Mayfield, Kentucky. And I in my true Ronald Desmond fashion, I didn't do a lot of preparation for this article, other than to say that. Oh, there it is. Other than to say that, like I listened to the entire article. The town is they've only found, as when I listened to this article, and I don't know how old it was, they only have found one person dead, but a lot of people injured, which is insane to think about when you think like 22 tornadoes had touched down and like devastated this town. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, this town got wrecked, dude.
Yeah, it's and the other, but it's also, and I don't know if that part of the world, that part of the country is tornado country, but I assume that is only due to the fact that like, just like in LA, you have like your earthquake drills where you just get under some shit when the earth starts shaking. So I assume they have drills like that, which help save a lot of people's lives. But they're getting funding. The president's in touch with their governor.
I think you're right. They do tornado drills or emergency drills in those type of states.
But the devastation there, it looks like a movie set. It looks unreal to watch, to see.
Well, I thought it was super unreal. I went down a rabbit hole of people that experience this shit. But this lady was like filming something on social media, then looks out her window and freaks out because she sees a tornado and starts waking up everybody in the family to tell them, hey, there's a fucking tornado outside the house.
You know, fun fact, those 22 tornadoes, they only lived 29 minutes away from Mayfield, Kentucky.
You're an asshole.
They only live. God damn it. I'm so slow. Jay,
yes, you are.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Well, their mom dropped them off. But yeah, it's insane the level of devastation that happened over the 29 tornadoes. But you know what? But like I was saying, the president is in contact with the governor of that city, and they're getting the funding they need. This is not, when I heard about these 22 tornadoes, it reminded me of Hurricane Katrina, because like the damage you're looking at was like it like wrecked this entire fucking town. And so then my first thought was like, holy shit, is this like another Katrina where like FEMA's not doing anything, the president's not doing anything, and like, but in this scenario, I mean, they're search and rescues out there, they're getting the aid they need, they're getting the resources they need. It's just a crazy, unfortunate thing that may be linked to the earth being flat. So my question to you guys is that, do you think this has anything to do with global warming?
I don't know. We should ask Al Gore.
Al Gore, man, bear, pig.
It's the end of the world.
You know what? I'm surprised there are not a lot of more of those people coming out with everything that's been going on. The end of the world people. Just like there's a lot of crazy, and we're actually coming up on the anniversary of the insurrection. So
the anniversary of what?
The insurrection, January 6th.
What's that? Explain it to Sean.
When they raided the Capitol.
Oh, okay.
But yes, oh man, I didn't realize that we were so close to to the anniversary of the insurrection date. That's insane.
Only 29 minutes away, man.
Well, it was funny when Jay did it.
Fuck you.
It was funny when Jay did it.
Yeah, I know how to tell a joke.
Juan, you know how to butcher them. So there it is. Look at that. Call back. But anyway, so Juan, because you like to go on your own little tangents from time to time, we created a little segment here that I think you might like. And now, for a minute of complete and utter nonsense. You've been warned.
So one of the things that's been pissing me off lately is the fact that I live in LA motherfucking County, and then you go to Orange County, which is not that far, and the COVID rules are so fucking different that it doesn't like compute in my brain, and it doesn't allow me to adapt. And the fact that we're yet so close, but yet so far away in the regulations drives me fucking nuts. For example, I went to masks are not required indoors or outdoors. Yet you go to LA County and masks are required indoor. Then you go to LA City, masks are required, and you have to show proof of vaccination. And or fuck you, my 1 minute is not up.
Your 1 minute is up, Juan. And that was a minute of nonsense. Thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Well, Juan, thank you for your 1 minute of being upset about how things are different 40 minutes away from each other. I'm so sorry that you're upset. But that brings us to the last part of the show, the gauntlet.
What movie are we picking?
What movie are we picking?
Yeah, aren't we just
No.
picking movies?
No. This season's gauntlet is a little different. This is what I like to call a radio rage gauntlet this season. What I have for you is a name that song. Now, the rules are this, okay? Whoever goes first, you get a choice between 1 and 72. Then from there, you will pick a duration of a song that you're going to pick. These are all movie songs, so get your mind there. They're either from famous songs from a soundtrack or intro music. You'll choose 1 second, 3 second, or 5 second. You'll get 4 points for 1 second, 3 for 3 seconds, and 2 for 5 seconds. If you get it right, you get a chance to steal if the person gets it wrong and you disagree with them. But the point is that you have to make a guess. Even if you know that guess is wrong, even if it's on the tip of your fingertips and you think you might know it, but you know you got to guess anyway.
You're making fun of me with
I'm always making fun of you.
Yeah.
Always making fun of you. Now, does that make sense?
Yes, it makes perfect fucking sense.
Okay.
We just keep on changing
the
game.
Well, I apologize that it's not consistent. Old man Juan doesn't like to be consistent about things. So with that said, who wants to go first?
Jay.
I'll go first. I don't care.
Well, thanks, Jay. Thank you for being a brave soul. So with that said, Jay, go ahead and pick a number 1 through 72.
72.
35.
35. All right. 35. Do you want 1 second, 3 second, or 5 seconds?
3 seconds.
3 seconds for 3 points. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Now, you can listen to this as many times as you need, but you got to make a guess. Here it is. Oh.
Oh, I know that one.
Okay, so Juan, this is for Jay to guess. Now, when Jay makes his guess, Juan, you can either agree or you can disagree. If you agree and Jay's right, then Jay gets 2 points. If Jay's wrong and you agree, then no one gets any points. Now, if you disagree with Jay and you have the right answer, you get a chance to steal to get 1 point. You can steal his point. Does that make sense? Jay, you ready?
Yeah.
Want to hear it again? Or you
Yeah.
good?
Yeah. Can I hear it one more time?
All right, it's coming in again.
You dumb motherfucker.
coming in again.
Really, Jay? Really?
You can. Hey, Juan, relax. He can listen to it as many times as he wants. As many times as he wants.
Is it Enter the Dragon?
Okay. Okay. I disagree with you, Jay. I disagree.
That's because you know what fucking song it is.
I don't know what song it is. It's random. I haven't looked in the folder. It's happening on my phone live because I don't know what song it is.
I disagree as well.
Okay. Well then. Okay. So Juan, you have to make a guess now. You have to make a guess.
Why me first, fucker? You're the one that disagreed first, asshole.
Fine. Okay. I will make the first guess, and I disagree with you, Jay. I believe that it is Rocky.
I agree with Cantley.
Okay, but if I am correct, then I get the points. So are we all ready?
Wait. So I don't get points even though I'm agreeing?
You're agreeing. You're not disagreeing.
Oh well, fuck you. I should have gone first.
That's what you get.
I was just being polite. Fuck you.
Sure. Fortune favors the bold, Juan. So, Jay, the answer is Rocky, Not Gonna Fly. That's the name of the song. I didn't know that was the name of the song, if I'm being honest with you.
I would recognize. I heard 5 seconds of it, I guess.
Okay, so yeah, well, hold on. So let's listen to 5 seconds. Ready? And here it is. Yeah. Yeah. And just for fun and just for fun, we'll listen to 1 second.
Yeah,
I would.
I don't think I would have guessed it.
Yeah.
I might have guessed it. So thank you. That's the gauntlet, everybody. That was it. So I get to steal Jay's points, and because Juan agreed with me later, you get no points. You know what, Juan?
I don't even get pity points.
You know what? I'll give you 1 point. One pity point that you can use to, I don't know, buy an erection.
Oh yeah, motherfucker. Oh.
But yeah, so that's the gauntlet this season. Hopefully,
wait a minute. We're only doing one song an episode.
Yeah,
we don't get to do one either until next episode.
Yeah, next episode, Juan. Since you're the loser, you got the pity point. You get to go first.
But what's the point of having 72 options if we're only doing one fucking song at a time?
But I mean, Juan, the whole point is that there's variety.
Oh yeah, variety.
Oh yeah, variety. But you know what, Juan? Here, let's embarrass you right now. You pick a number between 1 and 72. That's not 35.
35.
Here's a guy that does not listen to the very show he's on.
36.
That has been a moment of Juan sense.
Yes. Jesus Christ. So Juan,
36.
36. And 1 second, 3 seconds, or 5 seconds. Ah, yes, I see.
Can I change my option?
No.
Like, if I pick 1,
no.
Can I?
If you pick 1 and you want to go to 5, yes, but you will get less points, Juan.
Okay, let's do 1.
Why? Why? You know you're just going to go to 5. But here it is.
Ah, yes, I recognize that song. Yeah, I remember being a little boy in Mexico listening to it. It was, can I go to 5, please?
Yeah, that's what I thought. 5 seconds. I know this.
I'm sorry, that shit is so loud. Can you play it with lower volume or something like that? The Mummy.
I agree with you. Jay, do you agree?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what that is.
It's okay.
This season's going to be a suckball season for J. Cole.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Jay has a gauntlet championship under his belt. You have a gauntlet.
I have a gauntlet. I have one too.
I am the only one who does not have a gauntlet championship.
Yeah.
Season 5 is my season. I agree with you though, Juan. I think that this is the Mummy, and I thought it was the Mummy from the 1 second.
No, you didn't.
Okay. There's no way for you to know. But Juan, are you ready for the answer? It is the Mummy.
Yeah,
1999.
I know. Thank you. What? How many points did I get? 5?
No, you got 2 points. So you got a pity point, and 2 points now. And
so 3 points total.
Yes, you have 3 points.
So I'm leading the gauntlet.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice. Let's do another one, just to embarrass you.
No, Juan. We're not going to do another one.
Oh.
I did one to pad your ego, and I'm sorry that you need to pad your ego more.
I thought it was fun.
Are you having trouble with erections now? Is that why you need to pad your ego so much?
I'm actually surprised I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would. I thought this season, this fucking gauntlet was gonna make me realize how much of an uncultured swine I am.
Well, Juan, there's still 70 more songs to go through, so don't stroke your dick too hard right now. Jesus fucking Christ.
Too late.
God.
Okay. Well, Jesus fucking Christ. Well, Juan, with that said,
beefy spicy sausage.
okay. Well, hey, you've gone off the rails again. So, Juan, with that said, thank you, Juan and Jay.
Beefy spicy sausage.
Thank you, Juan and Jay, for participating in this gauntlet this season. And hopefully for the folks out there, you're yelling at your radios because Juan couldn't get it in 1 second. But anywho, Juan, with that said, we've reached the end of the show. You normally have a couple more fuck yous in at this time. So my question is, are you done?
Yeah, I'm effing done. Yeah.
Okay, great. Fantastic to hear. Thank you. Well, thank you. Thank you guys for listening. Do you think Kyle Rittenhouse is innocent? Do you think that he should be held accountable for his actions? Do you believe that 22 tornadoes hit any one place? Or do you think it was a typo? Tell us, we want to know. Juan, tell them where they can tell us.
You know, you guys can email us at INCYCSHOW@gmail.com. You can also message us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So yeah, just guys, just like us, subscribe. We're on all social media platforms, including the TikTok, like you kids say it nowadays. So
Thanks, old
TikTok
man.
with us. Yeah, you know, I'm embracing the fact that I'm old. Sean made me realize today that I'm old, so I don't care.
Well, thank you, old man Ledesma. I appreciate that. Like Juan said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And reviewing us on iTunes helps us grow. So please take a moment to review us. It'll help us find more folks like you. Thank you again. Have a good night, everybody. And that is it.
Good night.
See ya next week on Christmas.
Yeah, ho, 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 mother effers.
Hey, person that stayed after the music, thank you for listening. Here's the thing. If you're sticking around this long, you probably want to hear about some other stuff. So we're actually doing a crossover with Inside the Idiot Box, where we will be on their show and they will be on ours for next week, which is Christmas. So stay close to your subscription boxes. This episode will be dropping the week before Christmas, and then the crossover episode dropping on Christmas Eve, that Friday. Or that Saturday? No, that Friday. Friday. Thank you. And have a good night, everybody. Thanks for listening.